Good morning, Firewood friends. This is Chris, and we are in a messy wood yard today. It rained all night long. Everything turned to soup, so it's nasty out here. And it's supposed to rain in like another 4 or 5 hours again, and then rain all night long again tonight. So my plan, while I've got a non-raining scene here, is that I'm going to do some cleaning. So I've got chunks of wood laying here that are nasty, no good, that need to get chucked into the area in the back where I get rid of the garbage. I've got piles of cherry that need to go back to the cherry. I've got oak that was dry when I split it that needs to go underneath the tarps. I've got wheelbarrows full of chunks of pieces that need to go back to the chunk pile. I got a bunch of locust over here that was split, that was mixed in with the oak that I want to get back with the locust. So basically I'm gonna clean this area up, and then maybe if I get all that done, I may take my splitter, which is right over here off to the side, around over to the other side where I cut the mixed hardwood the other day on the pile that's right behind the camera. I'll show you in a second. I may go over there and start splitting on some of that wood to get that starting to be cleaned up so that I can eventually get my mess less messy. So that is the plan. So here is the pile of wood. This is junk stuff, all punky stuff I got to get rid of. This is cherry that needs to go back with the cherry. That is oak that needs to go underneath the tarp over there with the wood that's dry, because that stuff when I split it was dry. Got rained on last night, but I still got to get it put away. This right here, this green stuff, is locust. That needs to go on the other side of this pile where I've got all my locust stacked. I've got wood over there that I could split. That's stuff that's been cut. But what I think I'm going to do is come over this way. Oh, I forgot about this too. I got a bunch of cherry and oak over here too. So yeah, when I was cutting on this pile just the other day, there was mixed in with this, I guess you could call it junk wood. It's stuff that it's just a mixture of everything. There was some cherry in there, which is right here. And there was some oak and some hickory that was mixed in with it that's right there. And then that's all the other stuff. And that is basically a mixture of aspen or popple and maple and a few other things were mixed in with that. And then, of course, all this, once I get the wood finished to be cut, all this needs to be raked up. And then what I do is I usually just back up my trailer to the area where I'm raking, rake it into a pile, throw it into the trailer, and just kind of collect it until I get a trailer load full, and then I just go dump it in a little spot, either on my property or my dad's land or wherever I get. Sometimes I just go to the city waste disposal area, and you can get rid of branches and bark and mulch and whatever you want to get rid of there. If you're a city resident, you can just dump stuff there for free. So that's the other spot I might go. So anyway, I got to get to work. Here we go. Well, you saw I got all of my locust that was here in a pile, and the cherry, and the dry oak that I had split, and the nasty punky crap that I had piled here, and all of the chunks from the cookies that I cut that were laying here for a long time from the locust. I got them all moved back into the chunk pile back here, and I dumped the cherry into the cherry pile and the locust where the locust is. And now I just moved my splitter back out to the front over here, and I've got it by the cherry and the oak that I cut the other day from this pile that was the mixed stuff. So now I'm going to split this cherry, and I'm going to wheelbarrow it back to the cherry pile because there's only was a couple little sticks in there. And then this oak, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to get this split, the oak, and there's a little bit of hickory in there. I'm going to get that moved back, and then I'm going to move the splitter over around the corner over this way. And I think what I'm going to do is probably bring the splitter like right up in here, and then I can just start working my way that direction, but then throw the chunks like right here, because I want them to be stacked kind of right in this area, kind of around the corner, and then all this stuff will be stacked in here. So that's the plan for the day. I looked at the radar, and it looked like it wasn't going to rain for another like 3 to 4 hours, but it's kind of starting to mist out real heavy now, so we'll see how long I last, because it gets miserable once you get wet, and it's misting pretty hard now. So I think as long as I keep moving, I'll be okay. And I got to change of clothes. I can change into something, but gonna get working. Here we go. Well, friends, I got my mess cleaned up over here. I got the oak that was sitting right here. I got the cherry gone. I got all the chunks that were here. I got the dry wood that I had split, put away over underneath the tarp over that way. I cleaned up some of the locust chunks over there, so I got a little bit of cleaning done. And then I moved the splitter over here so that when it gets nice out, hopefully tomorrow, I can start splitting on this pile and then throw it that direction. I'll put some pallets down there. So I got a bunch done. I'd like to work longer, but I looked at the radar, and there's a wall of nastiness coming towards us. It's supposed to be within a half an hour, and it's been misting out pretty heavily now for, I don't know, 2-3 hours. So there's supposed to be thunderstorms and all that good stuff. So I think it's time to call it. So thanks for watching. Please poke the like and subscribe button, because I know you like to poke buttons. You might as well do it. It's a fun thing to do. And I will see you tomorrow. Same wood time, same wood channel. Goodbye.